Hey, what's up, Dean Super Performance? We're at the shop as usual, working on the Corvette. I think his name is Mark, not Mike. So if I said Mike, I apologize. Terrible with names, but this is where we're at. Timing covers fixed, balancers on, tensioners on, all that good stuff. I got all that done yesterday. I got the valve springs changed out yesterday, and I had the head setting on here, had everything cleaned up, got all the bolts in it and everything. So this morning I came in, torqued all the bolts. I don't like using factory bolts for the fact that you have to do the degree. These are even worse because, like other ones, I believe like a Gen 3 and a Gen 4, you do like 25, 55, 90 degrees, something like that, which, you know, okay, I could deal with the one. These are different. You do 59 foot-pounds, 90 degrees, 40 degrees. So it makes it very hard and kind of limited space in some ways, but you have to use these degree things, and you have to constantly make sure it's staying when you start turning, and so they're a little bit tricky to use. Mine's a cheap one. There's probably 20 other ones out there that are way better, but regardless, I got the heads all torqued down. So I went ahead and threw in the push rod length checker, threw like 4 rockers on each side, checked like an intake and then an exhaust, then an intake and exhaust on two. I think I did these intake and exhaust and these intake and exhaust. Yeah, because I left this one loose. So I checked them. Luckily, the push rods are right within spec, and these are the Tick beautiful push rods, and I really like these. These are one-piece push rod. So I really like these. So now I'm getting all the rockers on and getting them torqued. I think these are like 29 foot-pounds. So I'm going to get these done. Then I did do the grounds on the back of the head are done right there. And then now that one over there, you can kind of see the edge of the bolt there. I did get the bolt in that harness on the bottom. I can't get my hand in here. I got them out from underneath, so I'm going to try and get that one in from underneath. They're a pain in the butt. But I got the high pressure lines are on. That's all plugged in. So wiring back there is good. I'll get the manifolds on before I do the valve covers. Then I'll do the valve covers, intake, and I should be good up here for now. I have to do all the water pump and all that stuff. So I might switch from doing all this. I might do the water pump, get as far as doing the water pump, put the belt on. I don't know. I guess, I don't know. We'll see. You know, we'll see. Ease up on me. Then I just have to connect everything underneath. And he's got those new pipes, which I'm hoping are a little easier to finagle in there. Worst case, you loosen the motor mounts and just kind of gently ease the motor up a little bit. You can kind of sneak them under the studs that are, which I'll show, that are above the subframe and like where the lower control arm bolts in, and then get the rack in and get all that stuff done. So I'm working on it. I'm going to get this one tightened up, this last one tightened up, and then start working on the manifolds. So stay tuned. So rockers are all tightened. Then I did the manifolds. It was a little bit easier than putting the valve covers on, and they went right on. So super happy. Then I did the plug wires. So the valve covers are still off. Pop the plug wires on. They were super easy to get your hands down in there and pop the plug wires on. Made sure they were seated on every plug. Then valve covers went on, coils went on, harness clicked in. And then I did the water pump, which the 2 heater hoses, man, they're a pain in the butt, but there is a little bit of a trick to them. Once the water pump's off, you could pop the little retaining clips off those little 90s right there, and you could have the 90s out, you could put them on before the water pump. That's probably the easiest way to do it, is to put them on, get the clamps on them, kind of face them in the right direction. They kind of point up at an angle. Then get the water pump on. Those snap right on. Because when the 90's off, you put the clip back in. Oh, excuse me. You put the retaining clip back in, and all you have to do is push it up, and the neck is beveled. It's like tapered coming up, and then it almost like a trumpet horn. So once the clip goes up, it spreads and then clicks over. So I got all of that done. Put the alternator on, the wiring for the alternator. Got the belt routed on there. So far, everything is going back together like super, super nice. All the evaporative lines for the booster, vacuum lines, whatever you want to call them. The purge valve, the canister hooker thing over there. Everything is back on. All the radiator hoses, upper and lower, which is funny to say that that's the lower. This is your lower hose. It runs down to the bottom of the radiator. This is your upper hose, which is right above it. It runs to the top of the radiator. It's kind of a weird thing, but that's how they do it. The only one that's not on is this little one, or not that one. It's down there because I got to get the rack back in. So I think everything up here, minus the intake tube, hood, fan, is back on. Everything engine wise is back on the car. So I'm in good shape. I'm going to take the car, lift it, and do the rack. Probably do the rack first. And then I'm going to look at those tubes. I know he wanted to get rid of the cats. So those have built-in cats, well, resonators, I guess. So I'm going to look at those. He kind of wanted to straight pipe them. We might just knock the material out of them because it's a 3.5-inch pipe, and I can't get 3.5-inch pipe here for about a week or so. So I may just end up doing the rack sway bar. That way, that'll allow me to put everything else back together up here. Worst case scenario, I just have to do those 2 pipes. But I'm in good shape. So I think it's almost 3 o'clock right now, so I'm in good shape to have it, pretty much done by the end of today and ready for tuning on the appointments on Monday. So I do need to get it all back together before then. But yeah, so I'm going to get it up in the air, get the rack in it, see about getting that exhaust on there. If I can get all of that done, I'm super, super happy with it. So let me get back to work. So it's 5 o'clock and I got everything back in. I don't have all the plugs connected up top, but the rack and pinion is in. The ABS module is bolted back up. The little panel underneath, all the little side panels with all their little screws under. Same with this side. Under, one up in there. The tie rod ends are back on. Bolt. I've been just slowly making sure I get everything connected. I got the exhaust pipes in. I don't know that I like the flanges on them. I don't know. They're very warped from the weld. So I ended up putting some RTV with the gasket. Both O2s are in, but I don't know. I just have a weird feeling about them. This one kind of seated a little bit better. But yeah, I'm not sure. So I got these plugged in. I got to plug these in. These are kind of the harder ones to plug in because both plugs are kind of jammed up in there. So I have to do the gray one, and then the black one is the front one. So I got to get those plugged in, but the skid plate, I guess, I don't know. I think this actually helps tie the car together, But everything under the car is pretty smooth, right? And then you got all these bolt heads and these little lips sitting like this. It's a little weird that these panels wouldn't be on the bottom. But, you know, I don't know. I assume it's this big fiberglass tub. But, yeah, so as of today, the car will basically be all back together. I'm going to lower it down, put the wheels back on it, and then just do those final connections just so I don't forget to do them. And then I gotta read the stock file out. I am not getting in this car with my grimy hands or my grimy clothes. So I'm just going to read the file out, send it to Justin, and, you know, breakdown of the cam and stuff like that. I send him off all that stuff, and he'll get me a file. And then Monday, because I'm leaving tomorrow morning to go to Boston for the weekend, but Monday I'll come in bright and early, clean, won't have anything to do. I'll pull the Nova out, pull the Vet out. Hopefully it won't be raining, because it's absolutely frigid here, and it's pouring rain. Not pouring rain right now, but it's been raining nonstop. So hopefully it won't be raining on Monday, and we can get the tune all sorted out. But other than that, I got the 4 hood bolts, the steering column, I got to get that back in. And then these are for the air box and the front, like air scoop thing. This piece here. So I got the air tube, intake tube, and that left up top. Other than that, we're done. So for this one, till Monday, she's knocked out. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave me a comment. Have a good weekend.